What's up guys, it's Cher, and this episode of Black Lightning was electric. I'll definitely say it was a little bit slower than last week's episode, but this one had a lot more storyline and it gave you a better idea of who Jefferson Pierce was as a person. He had to deal with one of his students who had now grown up and, is a woman whose daughter had been taken by the 100 and was now being used as a prostitute at the hotel that we saw in the previous episode where his daughters were kidnapped and where he came and, saved the day and, killed some people. But that's besides the point. So in this episode, we see a lot of Jefferson and who he is as a person and how passionately he feels about his students. Now we see that his student has grown up and become a grown woman, got married, had a kid, did everything right, works her butt off, and then her husband had been killed. And as that morphed and changed her daughter, she started looking for her father in the wrong people, and those are her mother's words, not mine. I have a whole thing about daddy issues, and that's a different video. Anyway, so we find out from LaWanda that her daughter had been taken, and she asked Jefferson, why did Black Lightning save your daughters and not mine? And it kind of shook Jefferson. You could tell that it kind of made him rethink becoming Black Lightning for the night just to save his kids when the whole city is in turmoil about the 100 and the gang activity and so much violence. He's like, now what should I do as a person? And he starts to really debate, should I really become Black Lightning again and save the world, or should I save myself and my family? And it's very hard because he has to decide whether to put himself first and his relationship first and his family first, or the entire city first. And as a person, he and Gamby, they talk about it, and he talks about it with Lynn, and he's telling Lynn, it's not going to happen, Black Lightning's not back, I'm just trying to keep my girls safe. But as time goes on, we start to see that Lala's not going to quit. So his family's being watched by police custody, and they're there and they're watching over the household and stuff. And his youngest daughter, Jennifer, played by China Ann McClain, and Lynn were both outside just relaxing. She was on the phone talking to her cute little boo. And a little boy comes up, a boy from last week's episode, and he says, "Lala says hi," and he pulls out a water gun and he starts shooting her with this red fake blood. And it scares the crap out of everybody. I don't know about you guys, but when I was watching it and I saw that, man, I was so shook. I really thought she was about to die. So did Jennifer. She was in shock. It was this weird, scary thing. And then the cops start running up to them so late. You could tell the cops weren't watching until they heard the and they looked up and they're like, oh, she's being shot at, let's see what's up. So as that continues, we see Jennifer continue to spiral. She starts drinking at school with one of her friends, and then she goes and she sees her little boo thing who came over her house the other day, asked her to be his girl, and they had a cute little kiss, they had a cute little peck. They was they did a cute little And so she goes up to him, and she's drunk, and she's at school, and he rants, and he's like, I am getting out of here. I am a better person. I run track. I'm really fast, and I'm going to run out of here, and no one can stop me. Da-da-da-da-da. I want you to come with me so we can, be good together. And I'm really hoping that helps her, because Homegirl has been struggling. She's been struggling since before she was kidnapped. She's one of those young, rebellious teenagers who wants to do everything except what they're supposed to do. So hopefully he can straighten her out. But you know what's not straight? Anissa. She's a lesbian. And we got to see her and her current girlfriend laying in bed, smooching and kissing, living their best life. But Anissa isn't really that into it, as you can tell by the fact that she hasn't met any of her girlfriend's family. She feels like she's just being used as a distraction, and her excuse for all of that, instead of telling her girlfriend, oh no, I can meet your mom, I can meet your family, it's gonna be okay, we're fine, she goes, I'm busy. And I was like, damn, what a hoe, nigga. She a fuckboy. She was really dead ass about it though. She was like, I'm busy, I got stuff to do, I can't meet your family. I was like, girl, chill. And it's really funny because the whole situation was just awkward. because they're in bed and they're kissing and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, great, because you know I'm all about representation, and it's really nice to feel represented in the media, having someone who's not only black but also a lesbian. Usually in TV shows you get like one character who's white and a lesbian, and then you have like one black character, and then you have like one Asian character. But instead in this show they mixed two main things together, two main pieces of someone's personality, and stuck it together. Because usually in mainstream TV shows that are like made by white people for white people, and then maybe some other, you got to see two like main core pieces of personality that they use in TV, and they stuffed it into one person. And that's really interesting, because you never meet someone whose main focus is just their sexuality or just their blackness. It was really cool to have someone who's intermingled into both of them. And she's got a really cute girlfriend, and she was talking about how she broke the sink, and her girlfriend was just telling her, you know, it's probably just your imagination, it was probably really rusty and broken anyway, you know, we're going to get you a therapist and you're going to be good. And then you won't have to deal with like the PTSD anymore, I got you. And she's like, no, I really like just broke the sink, like that's what happened. But she kind of lets it go, and then later on in the episode we see her, she is in a pharmacy trying to like pick up some medication, and then the place gets like held up, and there's a guy with a gun, and he's like, give me all your money, and he's like, get on the ground, and she doesn't get on the ground because she's having like a PTSD moment. She's like shaking and she's really scared, and he tries to put her on the ground. He has the gun to her head, and she just grabs him and she just flips him and she throws him, and we see like her powers are getting, like she's getting more powers because now she's super strong, but she didn't have like the red lightning color in her hand. So it was really interesting. I was like, okay, Nissa, continue to do your thing, girl, do your thing. Lala continued to be the big bad wolf in this episode. He was running things, and he was also the person to shoot LaWanda. She was going up to the motel where she knows her daughter is, and she believes that her daughter's being held against her will. So she was like recording them and taking down license plate numbers, and she was just basically ready to expose them as soon as she found something good. But she had been talking to Jefferson, and he was like, please just give me 48 hours. I'm friends with people in the police station. We're going to get your daughter. It's going to be fine. But I'm pretty sure he was going to go as Black Lightning and like save the day, to be completely honest, and probably save all the girls. But he never got that far, because LaWanda ended up being shot and killed because she went up to Latavius, aka Lala, and she was like, I'm going to tell everybody, I'm going to find them for you, and he just shoots her. But what he didn't know is that her camera in her phone in her car was also recording. So when they found her body, they found her cell phone, and Lala was arrested, and all of Lala's like gang friends turned on him so they would get less time or no time at all. So they told them that, you know, he was the mastermind of it all. And then when Lala's in jail, Tobias just walks through, like, and that's one thing I'm wondering, if Lala and Tobias, they were all in on it, like along with the cops. Because how can a man and his like little background dancers just walk through a police station and strangle a man to death? Because Tobias killed Lala, and Lala's dead, and there's no more big bad wolf anymore. And then Lala also killed the boy that kidnapped both Anissa and Jennifer. So basically all of the villains that we had in the first episode besides Tobias are dead. And now it's like, who's going to be the villain now? Because I know Tobias is not going to come out of hiding just yet. He still believes that this is a fake Black Lightning, and Black Lightning's not back. I killed Black Lightning. He's gone and gone forever. So we're going to see how that's going to turn out. I really liked this episode because we really had to see Jefferson struggle with the idea of becoming Black Lightning again. Like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I stay or should I go? Da-da-na-na. I'm so irritated. But we really get to see him struggle with the idea of becoming Black Lightning again, and then when he realizes that LaWanda is dead, he kind of breaks down. He's like, I have to be Black Lightning again. That was my student, and I believed that I could save my students by being the best teacher and the best principal that I could be, but obviously that's not the case because she still wound up dead, and I was supposed to protect her. I was supposed to protect her and her daughter. And then Lynn is low-key being selfish because she's like, we're so close to getting back together. We're so close to, you know, being the family that we're supposed to be. We're so close, we're so close, we're so close. You just need to stop being addicted to your powers and being Black Lightning. And I was like, that's bullshit. Like, being addicted to saving people is bad, and you need to like go to therapy for it, and you need to stop using your powers. I felt like it was very selfish of her, and I said this in my first review. I was like, they can't get back together because they want different things. He wants to save people, he wants to save the world per se, and she just wants to be like a normal family, but he's never been normal. And when they found out that he had powers together, they both said that they were like a gift from God, and he decided to become Black Lightning. And now she's kind of turned her back on him, and now when she's like trying to persuade him, like, please, let's just not use our powers, let's be just together as like a normal couple, he like snatches her hands off of him, and he's like, maybe. He's like, you don't give me enough when I know what I can do. He's like, you're not promising me that we're going to be back together. You're not promising that we're going to work and we're going to be together forever. So I got to go, and I got to take care of my business the way I should have been for the past 9 years. And I was really happy about it, and it's really funny because I was watching it with my sister, and my sister was like, no, they should be together, pro-love, da-da-da-da. And I was like, girl, no, this isn't going to work. Like, he wants to be Black Lightning. He wants to save the day for his people, for the people of Freeland. And she's like, no, I need you to be a normal guy and, you know, to kiss me when I come home from work. And it's just not going to work. And it was good to see it because, like, I did want them to get back together too in some ways, but if she's not going to support him being Black Lightning, it's just not going to work. Get someone who supports your dreams, kids. So at the end of the day, this episode was really good. It really gives you a bigger idea of who Jefferson Pierce is as a person rather than like who Black Lightning was. It kind of gives you an idea of like how selfless he is and how much he wants to help and how much he wants this place to be better, because he continuously gets attacked. He gets attacked by police, he gets attacked by Lala, his school gets attacked, his students get attacked, and he feels very responsible, and you really get to see who he is as a person and like who his daughters are and like the world that he is creating. And for him to like just sit behind a white picket fence and not be Black Lightning, he's realizing that it's too hard and he has to get back into the game. He needs to let the people know that Black Lightning is back. Also, Black Lightning actually does have a soundtrack. So far there are 2 songs on it, and they're on iTunes. I haven't checked elsewhere, but it's on iTunes and Apple Music, where you can stream it, buy it, and everything. Support Black artists and make sure you pick up a copy, okay? Okay? So what did you guys think about the episode? Did you find it to be very, like, influential? Like, do you watch a show where you're represented and see yourself in it, in the characters? And even if you're not necessarily represented, who do you relate to in the story? I relate to pretty much everybody. Like, I feel like each person has bits and pieces of personality that everyone can relate to, whether it's their fears or their power or how much they want to, like, help. I feel like you can always see yourself within one of these characters. So, who's your favorite? Who do you see yourself as, and what do you think is going to happen next week? I don't know where him and Lynn stand. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm very excited to find out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Leave your comment below. Let's talk about the show together, okay? I'll see you guys next time. Peace!